Back, ladies and gentlemen, we're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science from Cairo University. Dr. Hassan, a very good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you, sir, for joining us today. And of course, today we're discussing the historical visit by the Egyptian Prime Minister, Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, who is heading a very large delegation of Egyptian ministers to Libya. The first such visit over 10 years. Tell me, Doctor, how important is the Prime Minister's visit and what exactly does it mean, in your opinion, sir?
Actually, it is very important visit. It is a historic one when you have 11 ministers with that big delegation going to a neighboring country like Libya.
Yes.
This is a culmination of the Egyptian efforts to make sure that Libya is enjoying stability, and cooperation with Libya is a very good avenue to help in creating this stability, political stability, economic stability in the country.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Dr. Hassan, now the Prime Minister is leading a very large ministerial delegation. Could you tell me a bit about some of the fields of cooperation between the two countries and what kind of support and in which sectors does Libya really need support now?
Actually, when it comes to sectors, I think that the Libyans were very exhausted from the bloody conflict that took place for the last decade.
Yes.
You say decade, at least 10 years now. And I think that after having drawn the red line through the president's statement and through the third stance of Egypt, that was on the military affair, trying to stand against intervention, against militias. I think the country is exhausted, is already exhausted. So it needs cooperation in all sectors. And the very good significance here is that the minister himself is very aware of that.
Yes.
He's having 11 ministers, means all the representative sectors.
Absolutely. Dr. Hassan, now, how do you see Egypt's experience, specifically in the field of implementing development projects, its experience with the economic reform, etc.? How can this help in the reconstruction process in Libya?
Actually, it is very important to provide this kind of cooperation and to create this continuous channel, because it's very important. Long time ago, when our leaders long time ago said that Libya and Sudan and Egypt formulate the base for the entire Arab world. So I think economically, population-wise, from all perspectives, I think the cooperation should go in all these channels.
Yes, indeed. Doctor, Egypt has said many times before that any political settlement must preserve Libya's unity and, of course, ensure the dismissal of all foreign fighters, mercenaries, foreign troops, etc. from the country. In your opinion, Doctor, what are the steps that are needed to achieve this very important condition?
Number one is militias and all sources of this instability should go away.
Yes.
And because this is the first things first, this should be the first step to be taken. Also ensuring the border of the country now, because we have already heard today about the assassination of the president in the Chad. By whom? By extremists, by terrorists, we have terrorist groups accumulating in the border of Libya. So I think Egypt's existence there and the cooperation in all fronts is very important to ensure security when it comes to borders. We need inside security and external security.
Yes,
so I
indeed.
think Egypt's existence and helping out, and this is very important too.
Absolutely. And Egypt has played a great role, really, in hosting several meetings between the different factions, and till they've reached some sort of point of forming the Libyan government of national unity during the interim stage. How important was the role that Egypt played, and the importance of stability in Libya, really, for Egypt, Doctor?
Actually, the word sustained and the continuous cooperation is the key phrase here.
Yes.
To be adopted and to be implemented, because it is not a one-way go. It is a continuous process of developing the country, developing our relations, making stronger bonds with the Libyans.
Yes.
Because this is very historic to us.
Absolutely. Right. Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science, Cairo University, thank you so much, sir, for joining us and for your time and insight on our topic today on Cairo Local Time. And we continue with more news. And the Foreign Minister, Sameh Shukri, handed a message from President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi to the President of Comoros, Azali Assoumani, on developments in Ethiopia's disputed file about the dam. Shukri's visit to Comoros is his second stop in the African Six-Nation Tour that includes stops in DRC, the current chair of the AU, as well as Senegal, Tunisia, South Africa, as well as Kenya. The tour that started with Kenya comes to brief the Six Nations on the developments on the Ethiopian dam issue, including